Yeah, hi. You said that you were arrested today, and I'm just meeting you outside House of Parliament. We're outside the House of Commons, and today's 26th of March, and this news is broken out about David Cameron. I believe that your arrest had something to do with that.
So yesterday, David Cameron, there was undercover reporters who were approached by the treasurer of the Tory party, and basically they said they were from Liechtenstein, they were businessmen, and they wanted some special words with David Cameron, and the treasurer of the Tory party said if they paid the Tories $250,000, they could have 10 exclusive dinners with David Cameron and George Osborne, and they wouldn't be talking to him in his official role. He would be him there as himself, so they could ask him anything. There would be no censorship. There would be no one would be able to see what or know what they talked about. And then when they said they were from Liechtenstein and it wasn't legal for them to pay money to the Tory party, the treasurer of the Tory party told them, it's okay, you just set up a fake business here in the UK and then you can pay us through that. So, big scandal yesterday. The Times broke with it and it was in all of the newspapers. We came down today with a banner that said, how much is that Tory in the window? And as we were putting it up this morning, I used a pocket knife to cut some holes in the banner, and police then came and arrested me for having a bladed weapon that's on CCTV cameras. Now the only real message out of all of this...
You had just used a knife to cut holes into the banner in order to allow the breeze to go through.
Yeah, it wasn't used in any threatening way.
Yeah, so that it wouldn't fly away.
But the story in all of this, the real message in all of this is, well, two things. First of all, the real crimes keep on going without any police investigation or any real challenge by the legal system. I mean, the corruption is blatant and obvious, and it just keeps continuing time and time and time again with nothing being done. Whilst on the other hand, the small fry or the people on the street are picked up day in, day out. When I was in the police station, I saw two kids. They couldn't have been older than about 6 years old, both of them in there giving statements to police, both of them having been arrested. So, I mean, we have to wonder as a society what our priorities are, who we're targeting. Because I think a corrupt Prime Minister is a lot more dangerous than a little kid who's having a fight with another little kid on the street. Second of all, the police tell you if you plead guilty, they're going to let you out with just a caution. And this is their big pressure they put on you. If you don't plead guilty, it's going to go to trial, and then you're going to be you have to stick around for a few months, and you could be fined and maybe put into prison or whatever. But if you plead guilty, they'll let you out with a caution. The thing is, I didn't plead guilty. I said it was a tool I was using to eat and camp with, and the public prosecuting service, when it went to them, they said, yeah, there is no case in this. This is not worth a trial. So it's good to stand up for your rights. It's good to stand up and be proud, and don't take the easy route or the route the police offer you, because they don't know they're not doing it for your own interest. They're doing it for their own benefit, so they can get away with it quickly. They can get a quick little conviction on their record, and even a caution is always on your record as a thing that you've been found guilty of forever.
So you've just come from there, is that right?
So I just spent 8 hours in the police station.
So you spent 8 hours in the police station. So you were picked up from this same spot earlier on today. You were put in a police van or a police car.
Police van.
And arrested publicly, taken away.
Yep.
And
I'd like to see this happen to David Cameron. I'd love to see David Cameron publicly arrested for his corruption.
Yeah. So instead of arresting technically him, because there is a huge question that fraud is taking place, both undue influence, taking unfair advantage, and
launching illegal wars around the world, massive environmental destruction, privatisation of people's basic human rights to free public healthcare and education. I mean, now, what left?
And are you going to stick up your poster, your banner back up here? What is the situation?
Yep. As soon as we're going to be coming back and putting up a banner here again.
Okay, great.
It's going to be here at Finsbury Square.
Okay. So you're going to start here and then take it to Finsbury Square?
No, I'm going to head back towards Finsbury Square now, stick it up there tonight, and then come back here tomorrow or the next day.
And then stick it up here. Okay. And so what are you calling for right now in terms of action?
Arrest the politicians. Arrest the corrupt politicians.
corruption revelation. You're saying that there should be arrests made.
It's obvious. You can't have a politician who gets paid to make decisions.
Country, yeah.
That's corruption. It's bribery.
Yeah.
It's blatant.
And did you get any opinions at all from the police? Because obviously they have to pick up issues regarding your banner, the whole reason you were there. Was there any response from them at all? They just
no response on the political stuff. They treated me with decency, by and large, but the whole process is incredibly inhumane. You're just stuck in a little cell, which is
you actually put
blank.
in a cell as well. So
you're sitting there in like a 2 by 2 meter room with a little toilet without a toilet seat, and it's just you spend 8 hours just kind of sitting there with nothing to do, and they tell you just sleep, and that's kind of what you do.
Okay. Were you given any food or anything at all?
Yeah, I got food.
You got a bit of refreshment as well. Okay.
Keep fighting.